you go through all these things. There's all the, you got to pack, you got the touring, you got, on the jet lag. There's so many things that go into this. But then you guys get up on stage and you make all these people so happy, and
Yeah.
you have this amazing experience, and you get to do things that you love, and you make a living doing it. And I feel like almost like fighters, where sometimes we get so caught up in all the things that are the stressful part of it that we forget to really enjoy where we're at and see where things are. And sometimes I'll talk to my brother about that, or you hear a guy like a Matt Serra, one of these guys, like, man, like towards the end of the career, it's just one day you're gonna miss the stress and the anxiety of the walk out to the cage, and so you try to really stop. But I feel like, especially with the age of social media, there's comparison syndrome, and everybody grass is
Yeah.
greener. And are you ever to the point of what kind of things do you do to make sure that you get to slow things down and really smell the roses and just appreciate some of these amazing things you're accomplishing?
That is a very difficult thing. It is a very difficult thing because you get into these routines. And I love a routine, right? I'm very routine oriented, but you got to have the ability to adapt, which is important. So how do you smell the roses? You got to take a step back. And I keep saying that. You got to take a step back and realize what you're doing and the impact that you're having on people. And that can be difficult, because no matter what, like you were saying, you were talking about, the brutal travel schedule and like the tight quarters, and, you get sick, right? That, and the grass is always greener. So you deal with that sort of stuff. And I'm trying to articulate this. No matter what, right? We have to get on stage. We have to. And we have to put on a good show. Whether I feel sick or not. You're contracted to play this, and you're people paid to see you. You can be in the shittiest mood and everything can be going wrong. And this is why I have so much respect for singers that get up. I have so much respect for my lead singer that I will go above and beyond. I wouldn't even say beyond is a thing, but I will always try to take care of that, because of the pressure that they have on stage is like nothing else. And I really respect it. Someone that goes up there and their day revolves around getting on stage and getting their mental game on stage with all the other variables, right? We can be as prepared as possible, and our band is. We get up there, and I know this shit back to front to sideways with my eyes closed. Like, I know that, and that's what I can do. And then you can help the other people. But the problem is there's those other variables, right? The other variables being like, maybe you have a guitar tech and he is passing guitars that aren't working, or doesn't have a pack on, or whatever, or you have a drum tech that, didn't, tighten some screws, and shit's falling over. Like, how do you adjust and do it with a smile on your face? Or maybe you can't hear yourself. What do you do and not panic? And then if you are panicking, you, like, the singer has it the hardest, right? Because, like, if something goes wrong on there and we're banging through songs, like, our sets are just like, we'll do like 5 songs in a row and they'll go into each other. If something goes wrong there right from the get, it can derail an entire thing. Not to mention, like, you gotta do it with a smile on your face. So what do you do? Like, how do you appreciate those situations? And this last tour was a real test there. Like, how do we deal with all these issues? We're having a ton of production issues. We're having a ton of, like, just issues every day, when we were prepared, and no matter what, we had to get up there. Okay. Like, not everybody needs to show up, like these, you have, you got your managers and your booking agents and all of them. They don't have to show up and do the show every day, right? They don't have to do it with a smile on their face, and they get paid regardless, right? It doesn't matter. But we, as the artists, have to get up there, and it's our job to fill the room with good energy and put a good show on. And so how do we mentally do that? It just takes a lot of experience. It takes a lot of, like, this is our core group, these 4 guys, and we stick together no matter what. Like, everybody's going to be having bad days at some points. Maybe we're all having bad days, but these people are coming out to see you. They're paying money to see you. They're paying to buy that t-shirt. And ultimately, that's supporting our families, right? That's supporting the way we live, right? It's supporting a different, a lifestyle that is we get the opportunity to play music in front of thousands of people. And sometimes you can get up there and maybe you're not having your best show. Like maybe you don't feel good, right? But like you cannot let that be shown in a performance. Ever. You just can't, you can't let people know. You just got to do it and you got to do it again. And I think because if you're consistent with that and you're consistent with, getting together with your band and consistent with like, no matter what, we got to bring joy to this room, right? Then it should yield pretty good results. But yeah, it is exhausting. It is taxing. Like some shows are going to be better than others. You never want to just phone it in, but at times you're just like, okay, like I know how to get through this song. I'm struggling. Like maybe my knee hurts. Like I just got to get through this. I'm going to do the best job I can no matter what that looks like. How do I perform this the best? I think, ultimately, again, the singer has the hardest time with that. And Martin, our lead singer, just does such a fucking unbelievable job with that I try to help in any way I can to assist in making that an easier reality. So if that means like getting into the venue a little bit early and try to set things up a little bit better and try to, deal with the stage manager or the crew to try to tighten things up. So when he gets out there, he feels comfortable. Just knowing those nuances of the people in your band and what their likes and dislikes are, really helps. So